Moving on to the AFC West, we have now, San Diego Chargers, they will be the number 2 seed. North Turner, he definitely made an impression on me because we all know that he's not the greatest head coach in the world, as his career record stated. And I was definitely harsh on him after he replaced Martin Schottenheimer, comparing North Turner to a hamburger and Marty Schottenheimer as filet mignon. But North Turner really, though, stepped up, and I give him props with his shrewd coaching moves in the playoffs and also having the team improve as the season went on and having the team trust him. But, Phillip Rivers coming back from ACL tear, but he has major weapons. Tight end Antonio Gates, perennial Pro Bowler. Then you have Chris Chambers and Vincent Jackson. Chambers really stepped up for them when he was traded from the Miami Dolphins in midseason to San Diego. Chris Chambers and Vincent Jackson, I think, is a sleeper this year. And Craig Davis out of LSU, a good hands, good slot receiver. LaDainian Tomlinson, what can you say about him? This man is all world, like the production will be there. But the defense could be the best in the NFL if Sean Merriman remains healthy. That is a big if. You have Jamal Williams, top defensive tackle, Luis Castillo, who I'll talk about later on, defensive end, and the best cornerback tandem in the NFL, Antonio Cromartie and Quentin Jammer. Quentin Jammer, I love that name. That's one of the best names in the NFL. Chargers are complete, and they will definitely be a top seed in the playoffs, number 2. The Oakland Raiders, yes, the Oakland Raiders will finish second. I have to say, Lane Kiffin definitely won the respect of his players last year, and even though the front office didn't show him that same respect, he stood his ground, and he said he was not going to quit, he was going to stay, and I think he has a lot to prove, and this team will rally around him. The defense will be, without a doubt, one of the best defenses in the NFL. I mean, the secondary could be the best secondary in the league. You have Nnamdi Asomugha, you have and D'Angelo Hall at the quarterbacks, both shutdown corners. Then you have Michael Huff, one of the best young safeties in the game, and free safety. And then Jabril Wilson, who they acquired this year from the New York Giants via free agency at strong safety. This secondary has a tremendous amount of potential. And then you have Jamarcus Russell. I think, he has an opportunity to play a full season and go through a full training camp. He will show improvement as the season goes on. You have Ronald Curry, very consistent, good hands. He's going to be a good safety valve for Jamarcus Russell, as well as tight end Zach Miller, too. But Javon Walker, he's gone through a lot over the past couple of years with injuries, as well as incidents that was beyond his control, that's for sure. But if he can stay healthy, as well as the running backs of Darren McFadden, Justin Fargas, and Michael Bush, I'm telling you, this team has a lot of potential, and they could actually contend for a playoff spot. I said that. They could actually contend for a playoff spot, not just finish second in the West. So we shall see. The Denver Broncos, Jay Cutler, on the cusp of being a Pro Bowl quarterback. The problem is, other than Brandon Marshall, they don't have anyone else, really. Another thing, the running game, Selvin Young, Andre Hall, good system with the zone blocking system, but at the same time, though, they just don't have enough and offensively to really be. I think they're going to struggle in some games offensively. Defensively, inconsistent, still have good bookend corners in Champ Bailey and Dre Bly. And, Elvis Dumerville from Louisville, 4th-round pick. This guy had double-digit sacks last year. Very good pass rusher, but doesn't have anyone else on the other side. Trevor Pryce is a little over the hill, so he could see double teams. And you have a solid linebacker in DJ Williams, though, as well, representing Denver. But they'll contend for the wild card. I think, though, they could have a good start, but I think they'll fade with the lack of depth and miss the playoffs. And Kansas City will probably be one of the worst teams in the league, and this is Brody Crowell's last chance. I think he's better than people think. I think he won't be the worst starting quarterback in the NFL, but he can be in the middle of the pack. He still has a good arm, and I think he can show improvement. And he has good weapons, and, of course, Tony Gonzalez, future Hall of Fame tight end, as well as Dwayne Bowe, second-year Dynamo. I'll talk about Dwayne Bowe later on. And defensively, though, I have to say, they have a lot of good young up-and-coming players. Strong safety Bernard Pollard, outside linebacker Derek Johnson, D lineman Tom Bahali, and rookie Glenn Dorsey. A lot of good young talent. Hopefully, they're going to finish last. I hope Herm Edwards will get a chance to be able to come back and continue this rebuilding project. I really, really hope so. So, because the patience is running a little thin. But Herm Edwards, knowing him, he could probably squeeze 6 wins out of this team. That's for sure. No question about that. He's such a master motivator.